Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. My name is Kinsey. I am so glad you could make it. Today we're going to be doing a full 1-year review on my blue Chanel Classic Flap. If this is the first time you're ever seeing me, then hello, I'm so happy to have you. My name is Kinsey. I make a lot of videos about luxury handbags, luxury fashion, travel, jewelry, mostly handbags. I like those a lot, but today we do have a full 1-year review on my 24P Classic Flap in the blue color. If any of that sounds fun to you, if you like the idea, that I would ask you to consider, click the subscribe button and give this video a like and ding the little bell down there so you're notified every time I upload. And you guys, without any further ado, let's get into the video. So yes, hi, hello everyone. How are you doing today? I recently did a full 1-year review on my brown Classic Flap from Chanel. If you haven't seen that video, I will link it down below for you. But today I thought that I would do my full 1-year review on my blue Classic Flap because I did get this last year in May, and it is currently May the 13th as I'm filming this. So I think that I've had it for like a year and a couple of days at this point. I forgot exactly when I got it last year, but it was like May 6th. It was like right before Mother's Day. And I have been using this baby quite often. Just throughout the year, I have used her quite a lot, but I do have some things that I want to talk about regarding this bag, like when it comes to wear and tear and all of that. But let's go through everything. So starting off with all of my reviews, we're gonna do a little overview first. So here is the front of the bag, so you can see what it looks like. Here is the side of the bag. Here is the back. I still have like some receipts back here I need to take out. Back with the Mona Lisa pocket and the other side and the bottom. This bag is again from the 24, did I say 24P? Yes, it is. Because I get confused because my brown one is from the 21P. This one is from 24P. So this one is still pretty new in the Chanel world. I mean, I know there's been tons of collections that came out after this, but this one just came out last year. So she is still relatively new, if you will. And then of course, you can see this stunning color. Guys, I feel so lucky that I was even able to get my hands on this color because I got this from Redilux. I got my Chanel sneakers and my Chanel 19 bag from Redilux, but this was the very first thing that I ever ordered from them. If you don't know them, they are a Instagram, not brand, but they basically buy other people's bags that get shipped to them. They resell other people's bags, and like people will send in like really rare pieces, also like seasonal pieces, rare pieces, colorful pieces, and they'll also send in a lot of classics as well. I'll link them down below in case you're interested. This is not sponsored or anything. It's just I've purchased quite a few things from Redilux, and I love Georgia and Hunter, the owners. They're really kind. I have spoken to them a couple times through like Instagram DM and everything, but they're very, very sweet. But yeah, this color is literally everything to me. I was hoping so much that it actually looked like this in person because Chanel calls this light blue, but this is more like a cornflower blue. Like I cannot even get over the color of this bag. It is literally one of the most perfect shades that I've ever seen. So, and honestly, I cannot find this bag anywhere. Like if I try to Google it, like Chanel 24P light blue, there are other light blues, or there's like this gradient one, this ombre one, but I cannot find this one. So I feel like the people that got this one like snatched it up really quick, and you just cannot find it on the resale market anymore. I am just in love with this color. Here is the inside. There is one flap with the zipper, and then here is the double flap in the same color as the outside of the bag, and it has a Chanel logo. And then this bag does have the microchip. I don't want to open it like too wide, but can you see? It's like blurry, but you can see it right in there. It does have the microchip. And then this bag also has light gold hardware, like the champagne gold. But yeah, that is the overview. And this is, again, the small size. All of my Classic Flaps are in the small. If I ever got another Classic Flap, it would also be in the small because I just love the small size the most out of all of the sizes. And this one is also caviar, if you can see. Compared to the brown one that is lambskin, this is caviar. So I love the fact that I have one of each just so I can compare between the two, because I love being able to have lambskin and wear it sometimes and then move on to caviar and wear it other times. Like, there are certain things that I can do with this bag that I can't do with the lambskin one, and we'll get into that here in just a second. Let's go over my personal experience wearing this bag. Now, again, when I got this, I wore this bag like for 2 months straight. Like, I wore this bag an absolute ton when I first got this back in May last year, and I have been wearing this pretty regularly. I'm still like obsessed with my Chanel 19 that I got earlier on in the year. So I've really been wearing that a lot. Like, that has been my everyday bag this year so far, but I have been rotating and swapping out. And if I go to lunch somewhere, then I will either take my brown classic flap or this one. So I have been taking these ones out to play as well. One thing that I have noticed, especially when it comes to caviar, is that you can really like just do whatever you want with this bag and you're pretty much gonna be fine. Like, it is a lighter color, so I still will be very careful with like color transfer. I haven't had any issues with either the lambskin one or this one with color transfer, because I don't typically wear very dark pants, like dark jeans. My jeans are usually like a light to medium wash, so I don't really wear black jeans either. I do have a pair of black jeans, and if I did wear the black jeans, I would wear this on my shoulder. I wouldn't crossbody it or get it anywhere near my black jeans. I haven't had any issue with color transfer, thank God. But when it comes to the caviar, it is very, very durable. It is very hardy, if you will. Can pretty much take this bag in any condition. I can take this out in the rain and it's not going to get hurt. Compared to the lambskin, I have to be very careful when I'm taking lambskin bags out. Even my Chanel 19 that I have, that one is also lambskin. And there have been a few days to where it wasn't supposed to rain, but then like randomly it started raining, like showering a little bit. And I was out and I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? So I had to end up like tucking the bag under my shirt and stuff to not get it wet. But this one, if you get it wet, it's no big deal, because the caviar, you can just wipe the water off. It's not going to like, the water won't sink into the bag and like leave a watermark or anything. So I do think the caviar is really good if you are somebody that just wants a very simple time. If you just do not want to deal with the potential risk that comes with a lambskin bag. Now, I'm not saying if you get like a few droplets of water on your lambskin bag, it's gonna be ruined, because I don't think that. But I think if it gets like super rained on, then that could be an issue. But this one, it can get rained on, no problem. This one I am a tiny bit more frivolous with. I don't like throw it around and everything, but like I don't baby this bag as much as my lambskin one. The only thing, the difference is that if caviar did, for whatever reason, get scratched, that's it. Like, you're not going to be able to get a scratch out of caviar. If you scratched a lambskin bag, you might be able to like buff it out with like a microfiber cloth or something. You might be able to buff it out, but if you scratch this, it's very rigid, so you're not going to be able to fix that, unfortunately. But again, I haven't had any issue with that. I don't really take my bags to a place where they're going to get like that deeply scratched. So personally, I've had a really good experience just carrying this bag, because it's pretty easy to carry. I don't have any problems. The capacity, you know, if you've ever had a small classic flap, or if you've seen one, then you know the capacity is not giant. I don't know if this is for sure or not. I could just be wrong, but for some reason, I think that my brown classic flap, the lambskin one, fits a tiny bit more than this one, because the lambskin is a bit more like loosey-goosey, a bit more malleable. It's like a bit more stretchy. This one is very, very rigid. So I feel like I can fit more in my lambskin bag. I have no idea if that's truthful. I could just be making it up, but I think this one does fit a little bit less because it is so rigid, if that makes any sense. I can stretch out the lambskin one just a tiny bit more, maybe because the lambskin one was already pre-loved when I got it. I don't know, but I think I can fit a tiny bit less in this. I can fit everything that I really need to, like my wallet, my keys, my sunglasses, all the necessities I can fit in, but I can fit it a little bit more if I wanted to with the lambskin one. Now, let's talk about any cons that I have experienced with this. I haven't had any issue with the leather on the front or on the back or anything, but I will say there has been some decent amount of wear to the straps, unfortunately, which I really don't know why. I guess it's because they're being pulled through these grommets all the time, and that is why it like kind of snags or peels or something. I don't know how true this is, but someone told me that the seasonal leathers are a little bit more on the softer side than like the black caviar. So they said that the colored leather, caviar leather, and like the seasonal ones are just a little bit more susceptible to damage because they're softer. Again, I don't know how true that is, but let me see if I can find it on here. Now, it's not like awful or anything, but again, I've only had this bag for a year, and you know, I can already see like decent wear on the straps. So it does kind of suck because you're paying a lot of money for these bags. You're not gonna be able to see it. There's like not a scratch, but like there's like an area right there that has some like scuffing. And then let me see, there was one part in here that was like pretty bad. Yeah, here's one of the worst ones right there. Yeah, you can definitely see that. So that's like a definite like snag on the leather right there, which is definitely unfortunate. Like I said, it's not that bad. Like I feel like it definitely could be worse, but it does just suck that, you know, you've had this bag for a year and it's already having like wear and tear like that. Another thing that I wanted to mention when it comes to wear and tear, the corners look really good, but there is, if you can see, again, it's very small, it's very light, but I do have a bit of scuffing, and there is something down here on the bottom that I didn't notice, but there is like the tiniest bit of scuffing on the corner and on this corner. Again, it's so minimal that I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to see it. You might though. But there is a tiny little bit of corner wear. And I think on this side of the flap, I got it, I guess, dirty or something, but there's like also like the smallest amount of wear on the flap. But again, not enough for it to really even be noticeable, but just know that just because it's caviar doesn't mean that it's not going to have wear and tear. It definitely will. And then of course, with the more that I use this bag, the more wear and tear it will eventually have. But overall, I still love this bag. I think it's amazing. I think it's beautiful. Is it worth it? I think that's entirely up to you if you want to spend the money on a bag like this. I do not think these bags are worth the price point that they currently are. I think they need to be like 4 grand, 5 grand cheaper, because I just do not think that they are worth this price point. But I do know that a lot of people, if you just love Chanel, if you love the look of them, then, you know, it's all relative. But yeah, you guys, that has been my full 1-year review of my blue classic flap. Let me know in the comments what you think of my bag. If you like it, if you don't like it, let me know. If you have your own classic flap and what your wear and tear has looked like and what your review is of yours, or just leave me a comment down below telling me anything, because I'm nosy and I want to know that. But you guys, thank you for watching this video today. I really hope that you did enjoy it. If you did, then go ahead and click up the like button for me and subscribe if you want to, and be sure to ding the little bell down there so you're notified every time I upload. And you guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!